Oh, let's get here. This is a short, little, quick tips. Some things I learned the hard way. About a year ago, maybe a little over that, I had a computer died on me, so I had to get another one. And when I did, I had to start all over again. Not American Truck Simulator profiles saved, so I was able to pick up where I left off. But in Euro Truck Simulator, none of them were saved at all, so I had to start all over from scratch. And as I progressed and got to where I was able to borrow money, got my own truck, and then got it with a driver, I expanded the garage. I hired, well, first I bought a truck. I think it was an Iveco. It was the cheapest one I could find, and then hired a driver. And without thinking about it, I figured, okay, I got a driver for the truck. He's going to make me money. Everything's going to work out great. Unfortunately, that was a fairy tale. I was going along and going along, and all of a sudden I see little emails thing popped up on my main screen. That's this one right here. I don't think I've got any open ones right now. Yeah. Oh, here's another lesson I learned the hard way. I had hired a driver, but I did not buy a truck first, and I forgot about it. And going along, and I wasn't paying attention, and I didn't even catch that he had sent another email that I needed a truck to work so I could make money. Basically, he told me pretty much in no uncertain terms to go shove, and he said goodbye. So now, first tip: before you hire a driver, make sure you've got a truck set up and ready to go. Whether you just buy the cheapest truck you can find so you can get them going, or in my case, I buy them, my fleet trucks or the Kenworth T680s. I set them up with the Cat 625 horsepower King of the Hill engine. I think that's a C15 or a C18. I think it's a C15, but I can't be sure on that. And I set it up there, set it up with an 18-speed Ultra Shift with 325 posi, or 325, I'm thinking back in the cause, but 325 for fuel economy, and a matching paint job, usually like a metallic red with half moon accents on it. Pretty nice. I'll actually showcase them down the road when I start showing company vehicles from my flagship, which is a Peterbilt 389 Viper. It's my favorite truck, and I'll be doing a short video on that soon. But anyway, this guy said goodbye, so I learned the hard way. But another problem I found where I ran into trouble in ETS2, and that's where I'll show you, let's see, driver manager. Yeah, that thing's playing in the background. Let me turn that off for a second so you don't have to hear it since we don't need music. When I go to the players, I'm seeing, let's see, 1, 2, 3 of my drivers, Dallas, and 2 in Des Moines, Iowa, are not, or actually losing money. And I'm surprised because Dallas is a big city, has lots of jobs, so it should not be losing money. But the problem is, if I go to the show log, is they're basically bobtailing it back. They deliver a load, Sometimes just hooking up whatever's available, or sometimes with a trailer. But the Dallas one in particular, they all have reefers all set up for uh, Frozen Food Enterprises, or Frozen Foods Express. It's a company that a friend of mine used to work for, and is based out of south side of Dallas. But this guy is losing money. Uh, Sorry about that. Got nasty flies, and they are vicious around here. Now, what I can't understand is how he's losing money. But what I am gonna do and see what happens. Now, you need to check regularly, just like I do. You go to your drivers, see on the day. Well, I actually push them down, but put them to the top. About the mile. So losing $340 a day. Now they start losing money. You probably should make note of them. Give it a couple of days, or a couple of days within the game, depending on how many hours you actually play. But I'm gonna wait and see if they go back positive. I don't want to have to fire them or dismiss them, but if I have to, I have to, because I'd rather, I need to have them. In particular, this one here, as you can see, he's pretty much almost maxed out all of his experience points. But like I said, let's see. If you look at the show log again, or the log, he makes a delivery, but then there's nothing on the back haul, and those back hauls can really wreak havoc. With 3,083 miles, so yeah, that would definitely hit hard. So what I'm gonna try, and actually I'm gonna go into my mods now. First, save my game. Okay, you can't see it too well here, but this is a 389 Viper. It's got a C18 horsepower. It's got an Eden Ultra Shift 18 speed. As you can see, I've got the lift axle, the third lift axle. Both sides I stuck with the big tanks, big stacks, nice antennas, and I'll go more in detail on this. Very sweet truck. This is what I call my flagship of my personal fleet. Most of my other drivers have the, like I said, the T680. A couple of them might be driving others, and I'll actually be doing company vehicles, a review of them one at a time, different videos in the future. Anyway, since I got that saved now, I don't want to quit. Now, this is version 139, but same, even with 141, you definitely need to check on this. I found a mod, and it's an old mod. I do not know if it will work. I don't know if it'll even play with my version 139, because I'm back a couple of versions. When I get the urge to play 141, like say if there's a World of Trucks event or new mod or something that I want to check out, or there's a convoy that I want to try to get into, I'll update to 141. The reason I stay with 139 is that it allows me to have my maps for now until I have the money. Let's see. I'm going to pop that all the way to the bottom. I think that'll work. Now, I'll find out in a couple of days. And so I'll probably give an update through the video down things, but yeah, I guess I didn't tap that hard enough. Ah, jeez, nasty fly. There's always got to be one. Let's see, but loading up the thing here. So anyway, that's very important. Is you got to make sure your drivers, your AI drivers, are actually making money, and keep an eye on them. If they start sinking money, especially when you're first starting out in ETS2, I didn't keep an eye on the one driver I had. Next thing I know, I'm getting emails that my account has gone in the negative, and it got to the point where no matter what I did, if it's so far in the red, I couldn't save it. So I basically had to shut down, delete that profile, create a new profile, and start all over again, which was no fun. But what I do now is when I start a new profile, once I get past doing the spot jobs, where basically, let's see, spot jobs. Actually, let me check what they actually called. Oh yeah, quick jobs. That's where you just take whatever is available until you have your own truck. But once I got to where I had my own truck, then I saved that. But I also then save it and call it the backup or restart. A name that you can use. That way, if you run into that same problem, you don't have to start a whole new profile and then have to reconfigure all your settings and all your control settings and all your buttons and so forth, because that's time consuming, and as everyone knows, it's a pain. Anyway, see, I'm here mainly just to give quick tips and hope that this helps, because if they're not making money, it's a drain on your virtual company, just like in real life. If they start losing money, you're losing money, and they could put you in bankruptcy real quick in the game. And you don't want to get to the point where you get the notice that game over, you lose. Everything is being repossessed by the bank and sold, and no thanks. As it stands right now, my current account, I have 53 million in the bank plus. Anyway, I hope that this helps, and remember when you're heading on down that highway, keep the rubber side down.